What's up, YouTube? I hope you guys like crappy movies, because today I have a turd of a masterpiece here. This is called Big and Hairy, and it features a guy named Richard Thomas, you might know from The Waltons, and it's directed by a guy named Philip Spink, who's actually not known for much. But let's just talk about the elephant in the room here. Why do they call it Big and Hairy? Is that the best name they could come up with? That would be like if they called Pinocchio Long and Hard. And also, Richard Thomas's head, I measured, is actually bigger than Bigfoot's body. So that would kind of lead you to believe that Richard Thomas's character is the one that's big and hairy. So with that out of the way, let's get into this pile of crap.
And here we go.
The movie starts out with a boy named Picasso who is new to his town and struggling to make friends. He plays on his school's basketball team, and really nothing's going right for him. And as you could guess, yes, there is a bully in this movie.
Don't do anything stupid, Dewlap.
It all goes downhill when Picasso gets his chance to shine and redeem himself to everybody.
Go in.
But of course he misses and becomes the most hated person in town. If you can't tell, this city takes basketball way seriously. So seriously, in fact, that they're called
Lawn Ornaments 30.
Why are they called the Lawn Ornaments? I honestly don't remember the details, because in a movie like this I can get easily distracted. But the city's main workplace is a lawn ornament factory, and the owner pumps a lot of money into the team. To be honest, at this point, the movie really isn't that bad. It's just a generic low-budget family movie. However, it was in this scene I knew I would be in for a ride of cringiness. Okay, at this point, we all want to know, where the heck is Bigfoot? That is who we really want to see. We get our first glimpse of him outside this restaurant, and immediately I said to myself, why is there a Bigfoot in the city and not in the deep woods? The team is now getting ready for their second basketball game, and again, Picasso has bully issues.
If you lose the game for us tonight, this is your head.
I don't think that kid was loved enough as a child. Alright, I have to stop here. I don't think I can bore myself going over every detail of the film story-wise, but here's the basic plot. When Bigfoot finally arrives, he gets named Ed, and of course everybody's shocked, but somehow the entire town quickly gets used to the fact that there's a Bigfoot in town, and instead of calling, like the government authorities or something, they accept him into the town and he joins Picasso's basketball team. And not only does he get to join the team, but he becomes a student in school and somehow studies, even though not once does he ever learn to speak more than a couple words of English. Here's my beef with this movie. Ed, who's our giant furry hero, single-handedly ruins this entire movie. The acting and dialogue from human characters really isn't all that bad, but nearly every scene Ed is in is ruined. For starters, let's just dissect his look. Look at how ridiculous he looks. This has to be one of the most lousy Bigfoot costumes I've ever seen. Now, I know of course I'm holding Bigfoot costume standards to Harry and the Hendersons, but first of all, he doesn't have a scary or lovable appearance in the least bit. That is how these kind of movies usually go. First your creature is either scary or ugly, and then you realize he's cute and nice or, whatever. But not Ed though. If anything, he sort of looks too human in the face, and then that is overshadowed by the irritating facial expressions he makes through this entire mess. Even the characters in this movie thinks Ed looks fake.
That's no Bigfoot! That's a fake!
Secondly, his family gives him incredibly hideous clothing to wear all throughout the film. And lastly, and most aggravating of all, are the continuous scenes of equally creepy and awkward dialogue moments. Well, I say dialogue, but he doesn't even talk, he just moans nonstop and it's unbearable.
Oh, this is my parents' Christmas creation. Watch this.
Unless I missed this when taking notes, the only words of English Ed learns is the beginning when we first see him. The wife of the coach sneezes, so Ed imitates her by saying, Achoo! And then that turns into this attempted comedy bit.
Achoo! Achoo!
Victor, sweetie, the castle's made a little friend.
Achoo!
I'm coming. I can't wait to meet your little friend. Hello.
Achoo!
At first, his moaning didn't get to me too much, but it felt endless, and I can't stress enough how awful it was. As for realism, I know, in movies like this I'm supposed to suspend my belief. But sometimes I say, that's enough, this is too ridiculous, and I start asking myself questions that I shouldn't bother asking in the first place, such as, how does Bigfoot get enrolled into school? Why can't his team afford legit basketball goals? Look at those are just bought at Walmart or something. Why is his family so weird?
And now for the Christmas boy.
Ah! Whoa. Yeah, that's cool.
I painted it to look like one of your eyeballs.
And most of all, why are there countless scenes of eye-rolling weirdness and awkwardness?
I'm worried about the pants. You don't think they cup the buttocks too much, do you?
Great. Okay, come on,
Keep it going now.
keep it going. Come on.
Ed likes basketball. He also likes rowing my dinghy, but I'm not hiring him to do that.
What? Here is probably my favorite scene of all. You may not be able to tell, but in the background is a horrendous ripoff of Footloose, and we see a young girl approaching Picasso. Probably to ask him to dance, right? Nope. She must like her men big and hairy. While watching all of this, I asked myself a question. What would it be like to audition for the speaking role of Ed? What's my line? So if you can look past all of this, I guess it's not that bad of a film. In the end, Ed gets reunited with his family that he lost, which by the way never made sense in the first place. If he missed his family so much, why didn't he leave and go home? Picasso also becomes a hero by winning the final game and now has the friends and popularity that he always wanted. If only Showtime Studios had planned a big and hairy cinematic universe, then maybe, just maybe, this movie could have become a hit and dominated today's pop culture.
You're the loser. If you'd stop hogging the ball and you started to do what Mr. Donovan said, you guys could win.